Stay stood up. Take a risk. So if anybody from the Motor National Trust are watching my video now, please do something about these steps, wooden steps. Renew them, because they're all broken. The posts have come out and there's just nothing to hold on to. There should be put a wooden handrail up alongside, so if you do go to slip, at least you've got something to hold on to. Right, so this drops you down to the little wooden bridge, which is just slightly off to the right, and then you go up the bank on the other side. Slurp, slurp, suction, suction. Right, so I can see the water running down over the little waterfall down there to the right. And there's your wooden bridge straight ahead. Right, so more fun and games going down these last few steps. But there's no post or anything to hang on to these ones. I'll just have to hope and pray I don't slip. Because it's all sloping downhill. And it's just holly bushes to grab a hold of on the right here. Oh, felt my boot going a bit there. Right, 2 steps to go. 1 and 2. Thank God for that. Panicking all the way down there in case I slipped. Right, so here's a bit waterfall where it comes underneath this little footbridge. So that brook goes all the way along the valley there, and it heads towards the main river at the bottom, the River WANSBECK. So this little brook is just S-bend after S-bend going up and round to the left. Right, so it's all tree roots here. Right, I've got to get up this bank on the other side now, going the other way. So you can see where this path being cut in along the little brook, where people have tried to follow it and go around and up. But that's why they've put these pallets here to stop you, supposedly. They don't want you. Oh. Right, Clark's Bog, private nature reserve, no public right of way, no, for access ring, 0 set, blah 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 blah. So this is all part of Clark's Bog land, presumably. Right, so it bends out the left here and goes up. Right, so far so good. This is where I can bring bay, a lure 'em off. But when you get to the top end here, you start following a wire fence along, going towards Shad Fen, and that's where there's livestock in the fields on the right hand side. Sometimes there's cows in the first field, but then where you climb over the turnstiles further on, the fields are open, there's no wire fence, and there's sheep in those fields, so that's where I'll have to put them back on a leader and keep them on the leader till I got right to basically Bothell Bank to go down the river, then start coming along on the other side of the river, and that's where I can let him off his leader again. Slurp, slurp, suction, suction. Right, so this is where you come out to meet the wire fence on the right hand side here. You're coming back up that bank. Someone's just moved ahead of us, gone down the bank. Looked like a female pheasant, I think. Couldn't see properly through the holly bushes here. Right, so as you can see, you used to have to climb over the turnstile, but not now. You can just go around it and follow the fence. Right, so this is the first two fields is where you sometimes see cattle in these fields here. So this is where I'd have to have bear on his leader until I got further on to make sure there was nought. But then again, he couldn't get through the wire fencing, and he's not one for jumping over fences yet because he's still a puppy. So he jumps up into the back of the car now. He's getting better at that. So he is getting to the point where he will be able to jump over high fences. And at the back of my garden there's a 3-foot wall where there's a gap in the privet goes through the pub car park. I don't want him jumping up over the wall and squeezing through the gap in the privet to go out onto the pub car park, because his cars go around there, obviously. So I'll probably end up having to block it off if he's going to be staying with us on a regular basis. But I've had a bloke come to my garden and measure up my concrete base that I've got at the top of the garden. I was going to put a garden shed on it, but I thought to myself, nah, I'm not having anything wood that's just going to rot easily with all this bad weather we get in this country. You know, rain and sleet and snow, they just rot. So I've started the process of getting a galvanised steel dog cage stroke lock-up shed for the top of my garden. So if I ever have to leave bear in the house because he chews things, I can put him in the lock-up pen while I go to the shops or whatever till I come back. Then I can go out in the garden and let him out again. And in the meantime, you can look through the bars and watch the pigeons up on the roof. And anybody that comes in the garden, he'll be barking like hell, because he's now developing a nice heavy duty bark now with him getting older when people come to the door at my daughter's house. So he's going to be a bloody good guard dog as well. And the size of him, nobody's going to come in the garden and take one look at him and think, oh shit, the size of that dog, I'm not going in there. Right, so my time-lapse camera has been going since I've arrived at the village across the road from Dunce's houses. So I filmed about 10 minutes time-lapse before I locked up the car and set off. Right, so like I say, sometimes I see cattle down in this field here. Right, so basically just follow this fence line all the way up to Shadfen. That's S-H-A-D-F-E-N, Shadfen. And that's where you drop down Bothell Bank onto the road bridge across the river, and then start coming down across along the river on the other side, over there to the left, down below. You see here the traffic on the main road, which is over there to the right. And there's an access road comes up off the main road to bring it up here to the old quarry. But this is all just farmers' access tracks. A squirrel just ran in front of us there. It's just gone along the trees down on the bottom there. Fast as lightning. Right, so that's the access track that'll take into those farm outbuildings. Just there. Right, so climb over the turnstile. First one. I'm not sure if it's two or three you've got to climb over. Slip back off the wood there would have been wet. Obviously there's mud on my boots as well. That doesn't help. Right, so as you can see it's just a thin track that follows these farmers' fields right to those cottages that you can see up there in the distance on the left. There's a pathway that takes you past them, and that's where you're getting to Shad Fen. So you're doing a big half circle going over there towards those cottages, and that's on this side of the river. So I can hear the river down there to my left, way down below. Right, so further over you can see it's the horses or sheep or something in the field up there to the right. So that's where I'd have to put Bear on his leader to get past the open field areas where there's livestock. Used to be electrified fence going along the top of here at one time, but it's not there now. Oh, more T-Vicker. So you can see the black holders of the wire on the top of the posts where the electric wire used to go through. Oh, just walked through a big bunch of midges floating around in front of us. It's either sheep or sheep and horses in that field there. I remember seeing them last time I came along here. But you've got to cross over about 4 or 5 fields till you get back on the main road over there going down to Bottlebank. So you pass 3 like fields where it's open, so any animals can walk right up to you. So that's where I'd have to put the dog on his leader to make sure I pass that lot. So these videos are to help people on the Facebook group called Walking Northumberland. And like I say, there's many people, dog lovers and dog walkers, asking, is there any places where you can walk the dog without having to have them on a leader, you know? So, because they're like me, they want their dogs to run and exercise. That's the whole point of bringing the dogs out. Yes, I know you've got to be careful of them worrying sheep and stuff like that, but I go in advance and check these walks out and see if you can come across areas where you can let the dog off for a while, just to give them that necessity run backwards and forwards between you and the distance and back. And that's what lets them burn off the energy. Right, so as you can see, I'm just following the fence line all the way along and climbing over the turnstiles as you come to them. But the hardest part so far was getting down those slopey steps, because they're not in very good condition and they're on a slope downhill and there's nothing to hold on to. So that was the most awkward part on my journey so far. But I'm sure I'm going to have fun and games going along the other side of the river and all, because there's places where you've got to go up bits of embankment and it's all going to be soft mud and mushy water, so it'll be all slip and slide. And the same as when you've got to go down bits of embankments where they're steep. There's nothing to hold on to. Right, so I've got better daylight now and all, so I'll just pan around and show you, pointing back to where I've just come up from there, over there, where the quarry is, where the cattle's in that field, the first one. Normally, but there's none there today. But if I had Bear with us, I would have it on his leader, getting to the top of that bank to meet the wire fence here. Then you can obviously see ahead of you and see if there's any livestock next to the fencing. See, that was the beauty of when I came out with Corn. He was so highly trained, I didn't have to put him on a leader. He knew not to go anywhere near any livestock, especially sheep, because he used to just stop dead and turn around and come back to us whenever I came across sheep in a field, or he just didn't bother at all. So that's where the trust built up after years and years and years of training and saying the magic 2 words: leave them, leave them, leave them, constantly. Then he knew. Eventually he didn't even bother. They weren't new to him anymore. So right, so we've got ponies. There's a couple of people standing over there and all. They must have come across in a 4-wheel drive over there to feed them. Must have brought some feed for them. One of these are gypsies, ponies. 2 young lads there, or 2 young men hanging around. There's a green trailer just over there with the door open. Right, let me take a picture of those group of them. There. I think it's just people that's come to feed them, because they're walking back to the vehicles there now. So this is the area, like I say, it's open now, there's no wire fence here now, so you can get access to the livestock. And this is where you have to have your dog under control. So I'd have Bear, if I had him with us, on his leader now, till I got past this field here and past the next one, if it's open. There was a time I came along here and I got right to the end, Shadfen, then I started to go down Bothell Bank, and it was just totally frozen over with about inch thick ice, which obviously was sleet and snow, and just hardened and just developed into a skating rink, and it was on a bank. So there was nothing to hold on. It was slippery as hell, and I had loads of fun and games trying to get to the bottom onto the bridge. But I've just seen a person ahead of us on the path. I think it's a dog walking with a dog. But yeah, there's the, how many horses we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks to be about 8 ponies in the field there. You see, I've just seen a white car going past on the main road over there, look. So obviously that's the road that I would come up from where I parked. If I continue the road, it brings me up here towards Shadfen. And then there's access roads bring along to here, where they've obviously come along with a vehicle. A load of horses poop just there. Oh, there's a mare over there, so they've obviously been right over here. Right, climb over turnstile here. Now this is where I'm also checking to see if I bring bay, can I get past all these turnstiles. Now this is a climb over ladder which is hard for dogs to get over, so what I'd have to do is momentarily take them off the leader and tell them to go underneath the fence there. There's a big male pheasant just there on the left hand side, just under the tree. Just ran along the fence line up underneath there because he saw me coming there. Right, just taking time on these bloody rungs as well, because when they've been wet they're slippy. One false move you'll be slipping down on your crown jewels and singing soprano. Right, so as you can see, another open field, but there's no livestock in this one that I can see so far anyway. But like I say, I still have Bay on his leader, just in case. But this is the path that takes you along. There's that pheasant there. There he is. Big male. Beautiful colours.